Mic test, 1, 2. Mic test, 1, 2. 1, 2. Mic test, 1, 2. Mic test, 1, 2. All right, welcome this morning here. We are going to make some more calls here. Let me go ahead and get this. Go ahead and get this one shipped out. Perfect. All right, so we're on live this morning here. This is all ready to go here. Let me get a couple more things going. I want to make sure we're up and running here. All right. All right. We're on live here. So right now, we are just okay. So we are just doing a little bit of investigating here. We are going to really light up the phones here. Uh, let's get our screen back up. Okay, so let's make sure we are still rolling here. Okay. So right now we're going to make sure we're going to double check the email here, and let's make sure we have all of our ducks in a row here. Okay. Okay. So we got some pictures of this truck here, which is we're gonna need that to do the rest of our due diligence. Getting all of our information together here. Let's see what we can do. Here Okay, so all right, so I'm creating a new email here. Info. All right. Right now, I am just getting ready to put together a little, put together a little bit of just something that just explains what we're looking for right here on our end. Okay. So with this information here, we have a $13,000 truck, but uh, it does need a, so I'm going to make a template here. So we'll be able to use this information, this template, to be able to send the trade information to a lot of different dealerships today because we're calling a bunch of them. We're not just going to call this for this Ford. We're going to call for some more Fords. We're going to call for some Chevys. I just to get the numbers, we can call and get Ram. And we can call and get GMC. We'll find somebody that's ready to play some ball and give us a nice V8, what we want with that extended bed. So we're going to work really hard on that. We're going to spend the next 5 to 8 hours working on that right here on stream. So uh, we've got everything we need. We kind of know what the values of these vehicles are going to be by the end of the lease. Um, so that way we'll be able to really kind of grind that payment down. Yeah, I mean, I understand like, the $750 payment that they were talking about was a sign and drive um, payment. Not to worry about that though, because when you looked at the sheet, there was a lot of places where we can kind of grind that price down. And then once we add in this trade, because this is a good looking truck, right? This LTZ, it might need a little bit of work, but let's be honest, if they can get, just throw a set of tires on it, do the repair on it, they can sell that truck for $20,000, $18,000, right? Then they can sell it for 18 or $20,000, whatever we think they can sell it for. So if they, give you 10 or 11 for it, and then they transport it, put the money into fixing it, another 2 grand, put their pack in there. That's still like a 3 or 4 grand profit for them, but on the front end of a car deal for their used car sales department. And on top of that, their finance department's going to make money on it too because they're going to sell a warranty for it, like a powertrain warranty. They're going to sell they're going to get reserved because they're going to get a 7 or 8% interest rate on it over 60 months. So when they get that, then the bank's going to get their 5%, and then the dealership's going to get 2 of that % on the finance charge. So they're going to make money on this truck. That's why we're not going to fall for it needs work and all this kind of stuff. We need to get it in I can't take it for less than that. And there'll be some dealerships that will say that, right? They won't want to take the chance on it. Then there'll be other used car managers that will see this as kind of a fat pitch, right? They know that they're going to have to give away their truck, their new truck, right? They're going to basically have to cut it all down, cut all the profit out of it, knowing that they can get your truck in and actually make some money on that, right? So that's kind of the goal here. And if we do it right, we should be before you put in any money down on this black truck that you're looking at right here. Let me get to it here. Our favorites. on our on that black truck, which I really think is a nice one, right? I think it's a nice one. Um, I just love this thing. This really makes my job work okay. So we are SXT. XLT. I can check that one. I used to work at this dealership, so I can call them and see what they can do. Got a XLT one right here. It's white. That's the only thing that sucks about it. Um, but we'll check on it. We can check on that one. They need to transport it, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, let's see. Let's get back to our. Here we go. This is the one we're looking at right here. Okay, quick recap on this one here. This is the nice one right here. This is obviously, your black on black. It has the black appearance package, so really a sharp look. You've got the trailer mirrors, as we talked about before, and we got the wheels, which are cool looking black wheels. Media enough tire to where you can get it from A to B pretty much anywhere in this truck with 4x4. And you're going to be able to tow close to 13,000 pounds with this truck as well. So, and just a little bit of an update here of where we are on the negotiation on this one. So, they had this one. Price, their price is like 54, and all the whoopie woo, and that includes the $1,500 in rebates that we get on this thing too. So, my goal is to get that number down to about 51. Is what we're looking for capitalized costs. That's everything included. Okay, and on top of that, then we should get another $4,000 in equity on your truck, right? So, based on on this right here, okay, we have the payoff on here. We do. Where you at, payoff? Okay. Yeah. So this was the one on screen right here. They sent us a kind of a highball offer. We should be able to get that in just with them discounting the truck where we want it to be at. We should be in the mid sixes as far as payment goes. $3,000 should be about 90 to $95 off the payment on this one. So that brings us right into the mid sixes since they're in the mid seven. Then when we figure in your trading, that'll be where we should be able to make up another $4,000 to $5,000. That's my goal. Then we're going to be able to get that into the fives, right? And if you want to be in the fours, a couple $1,000s down gets us into the fours. $3,000, down should get us into the mid fours. Now all of a sudden we got a really affordable truck payment, on a brand new truck with 5 liter and everything. So, but we're not going to let them know that we're going to put money down. We never do that because as soon as you do that, they're going to try to come up with a lot of different ways to be able um, to not come down on their end. They'll try to find little tricks they don't try to steal your down payment, I should say. But they will try to absorb it in back end products, and you can even see on front end products like the $1,500 thing that they added on to the price here. So okay, so I'm just going to type this out here for them. I'm going to. Okay, so okay, Thank you for the information yesterday. Okay, so we so I'm just kind of showing us what we're okay. All right, so uh, okay, so basically, I'm just going to tell them what we want in this email, and obviously, they're going to try to do everything they can. We're in a position to where they have a 201 day truck, and they want to sell it. You can the double cab versions, the extended cab versions of trucks are obviously not manufactured to the degree that the full crew cabs, the shoulder boxes are built. It's not even close. So the demand when the demand is low, it should help us in our process here. Here is the current. Here is a here is the information on the current truck. Current truck. And we figured that, a sign and drive on the one that they had, under their with their numbers is, roughly, um, mid sevens with their numbers, but they're about 3 grand too high in my opinion. So I'm going to calculate in so 3 grand discount off of their bottom number, and then I'm going to calculate in $5,000 of equity on your trade, just so that way if they want to come back with a 30 with they'll come back with another $1,000 going the other direction. We still are right where we want to be on the lease payment. So we're going to say 5,000 in equity for yours. That's about $150 in payment there, on top of the $90 to $95 that we can negotiate out the truck. And that's what's going to get us down into the fives, right? So that's what gets us into, the numbers, and then we can kind of go from there. So vehicle, 2014 Chevy Silverado LTZ. Okay, we got Dan. One GC BKS. Here, I'm going to not share this here. pay off at 6,000. And then we're going to add some pictures here.